No, you're not going in there. Good boy. This is the cupboard in the kitchen that Susie was painting these doors the other day. The floor in here is really uneven and it's breaking up, so I've taken off the loose stuff, hoovered it and cleaned it, and just put a self-levelling screed. I say self-levelling, and I've obviously levelled it, but as it dries it'll just find its little level. I don't know how we're finishing this. It is just a broom cupboard at the end of the day, so we may just leave it as a concrete floor, or if we can be bothered, put some tiles on it. I don't know. But anyway, that's another little job done. It didn't take long. Now I've got to keep you out of there, haven't I? Hey, because I know what's going to happen. Muddy paws. Yeah. 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 Come on. Good boy. Well, here we are back in the tower corridor, and the last time you saw me doing anything here, I was trying to remove this. I don't know what it is. It's a glossy coating of some sort. Heat gun didn't do it. Wire brush didn't do it. The wire renovator tool didn't do it. So I've bought some brick acid and some gloves that are around here somewhere, some new gloves. So all my gloves have got holes in the fingers, so this stuff's not to be messed with. So I'm going to put a mask and glasses on and spray it, and hopefully that will start dissolving it. because the paint stripper, I also tried paint strip, if you remember, and that didn't touch it either. So I don't know what it is, but anyway, I'm going to try and get it off today. Okay, I've given that about 15-20 minutes, so I'm hoping that will do. I've got my good old trusted wire brush, which is quite worn now, so I actually, whilst I was down at the Brico, I thought I'd buy a new one. Yeah, very cheap, so yeah, it's due a retirement, this one. It's got a little bit of life left in it, but I think I'm still going to put my mask and stuff on because it smells quite toxic, this stuff, so I don't want to be breathing it in. So yeah, I think I'm ready to rub it down now. Hopefully that will work. Well, as you've just seen, I've just sprayed it again. The wire brushes, they were just sliding along it across the surface. It wasn't even gripping, you know. It's so glossy and smooth, but I think I've possibly taken a very thin layer off. So I'm hoping where I've been scratching it with the wire wool, having sprayed it again, maybe it can penetrate now and get to the next layer. It looks as though it's bubbling here, maybe a little bit there. I think all I can do is keep repeating the process and hopefully I'll break through it and it'll just come off. So give it another go. Okay, well, I've been on this probably 3.5, 4 hours now, and I've got some of it off here, and I've also noticed it's on these pillars up to here, and a little bit under here, and then these two bottom stones on the pillar. I think it's some sort of epoxy resin, so it's had a hardener in it, and then it goes really, really hard. And it just doesn't want to come off. Why they put it on, I really don't know. It wasn't on any of this stone, just this. And why it's on there, I just don't know. I don't know what purpose it's serving. So I'm going to have a think on it. There's probably no other type of acid that I can buy. I think this is a good acid. You know, I don't think there's anything else out there, so it's got to be some sort of abrasive. I don't want to use a chisel, you know, I don't want to start chiseling away too much. I don't want to damage the granite. I do have a compressor, so I can maybe get an attachment for that. But you know, I had a good go with my good old renovator tool. It's got this wire wheel on which spins at high speed, and that normally gets anything off. It's certainly got anything off that I've ever asked it to. But this, you know, you've got to sit on one spot for about 4 or 5 minutes before it clears it. So, well, I'll get there, but not today. Yep, so I don't know why they've done it, but there you go. I'll get on to it another day and I'll see if I can come up with a better solution. Okay, when we showed you this Susie picking this the other day, quite a number of people said, "Oh, what do you do with it?" It's quite simple, really. I'm just going to take the lid off it, take the top off it, scoop out the centres, and then I've made a bolognese, a quick bolognese sauce, a ragu. I'm going to stuff that in there and then pop it in the oven. So the first thing to do, try not to slice your fingers off. So you've got all your seeds in the middle there. So I'm just going to scoop those out. And of course the great thing is you can save the seeds and plant them next year. Of course in this ragu I've used the celery that Susie picked the other day, and we'll probably have that courgette with it. Now you can mound it up a little bit because the lid's hollow, and of course try and match it up there. And then basically it needs to go in the oven. I just like to wrap it in cling aluminium foil, but you can put it in a roasting dish, but make sure it's covered. And then what I do, this is quite big actually. Normally you pick them when they're a bit smaller than that. You can pick them as small as, so they're individual ones. This is a bit bigger, so I'm going to probably put this in the oven for about 50 minutes on a medium heat. And with the last 10 minutes I'll undo the foil and let it all brown up. So I'll go and put that in the oven, and I'll probably have a quick look at it after about 35-40 minutes, and then, like I say, take the foil off. Now, there's all sorts of fillings you can put in there. It doesn't matter. There's no rules. You can put a chilli in there. You can put some lentils. You can put rice. Whatever. If they're smaller, this sort of size, almost individual size, I like putting ricotta cheese in there, mixed up with some herbs and whatever, and served with a tomato sauce. That's really pleasant. But they're really very nice, and they're tender, and you can eat the skin as well. The skin will cook and it's fine. So I'll go and put that in the oven. So, have you had any yet?
Yeah, it's lovely. They're quite spicy.
Yeah, I put a little bit of cumin and coriander and all that sort of stuff on there. That's nice.
Delicious.
Very nice. that came off pretty easily, and for those of you who are wondering why I've taken all this off, as with the tower, this is lime stone wall, lime rendered, and it's got modern gypsum plaster over it, which doesn't allow the wall to breathe. This one's not a problem. This is an internal wall, and it's not a stone wall. It's briquettes, these terracotta briquettes, these really thin ones. So that's why this had to come off, and although this is an internal wall, it's still a stone wall, so I wanted to take that off as well. So what we'll do, we'll have a sort of old rustic side to the corridor, and then we'll probably paper this side. And it's important, you've got to let the building breathe, so, and it came off fairly easily. A bit of cracking here, which is a little bit concerning, but it's probably been like that for years and years and years. And some cracking up there, so I've got to look into all that. But it, you know, it came off fairly easily. One casualty, that paint scraper has served me well, but it's now dead. Right, well that's that, and I'm going to work on this during the week, so hopefully by next week this resin will have gone. Right, whilst I'm here, I'd like to say a big thank you to Cindy, who became a patron very recently, but she's actually gone up a tier this week, so thank you. She decided to go up to the next tier, so thank you, Cindy. And big hello to Natasha, who became our newest patron this week, so hello Natasha. And of course, big thanks to all of our patrons, and hopefully you've enjoyed the posts that we've done this week on the Patreon account. Right, well I think Susie's outside, and she's rather excited because she's got a new bit of equipment that she wants to try out.
Well, this is a real game changer. Trouble is, this bush has been left to go old and woody. I think I need the hedge cutter, which is coming next week, to shape it up a bit. I'm not sure what other branches to cut off, but it's been smothering all the rosemary. So I need to look at it out the window and look at the shape of it. But trouble is, now I've got all this debris to clear up. Thank you to everyone that's bought us coffees this week. Much appreciated.
Wow.
Yeah.
How's it going? Obviously
Well, yeah, you can see. But yeah, it's quite woody.
Yeah.
So
Well, we've not really trimmed this since we've been here, have we?
I don't think anybody's trimmed it
No, I
in
don't think
years.
so. Well, I'm really impressed. So how are you finding that?
Oh, it's really quick.
Brilliant.
So this is a type of fuchsia tree or bush. I'm not sure which. It doesn't have a scent to it though, which is a shame.
Oh.
So look out Wednesday or Thursday for our next video. We've got an exciting find to show you. So see you then. Bye.
Bye.
All my body, all